So this is Grenada. It was our first stop. I didn't really vlog or anything while walking around just because we were in a van the whole time. We went around the island and got to see like this lake, which used to be a volcano. And we saw it from a distance. It was kind of a nice view, but it was meh. I feel like nice view, you know? We drove around, we saw like the prison from above, we saw some of the schools. It was pretty nice, especially because it rained a lot. Like there were a bunch of showers, so if we were walking around in the street, it would have been annoying, especially because like I'm not dressed for the rain. We did have a few umbrellas, but like obviously people don't know how to walk together with umbrellas, so that also would have been problematic. I'm waiting for the rest of my family to reboard the cruise ship because it's almost time to go, and these people are always late. But I decided to do a little vlog by the water in the shade by this poster thing because it is hot, like really hot. Cool. So as I was rewatching the video, I realized there were a few things that I wanted to talk about that I didn't have the chance to, or that I like completely forgot while I was in Grenada. So I'm just going to touch on them really quickly. The first was that as we were driving up in the hills, we started to notice that most of the houses were on stilts, and these were some big stilts. So like my family and I, we were a little amazed that people just naturally, and like it's a normal thing, they live out here and they trust those stilts in that house. I guess from an outsider's perspective, for people that don't live like that, it was just amazing to see. The second thing was the volcano lake kind of thing, and I know I said that it was a meh view, and I said meh because like it's a nice view. It's just that when people were telling us about it, it was really hyped up and the picture looks really great. But I zoomed in on my phone, and I have a really good camera. So like I zoomed in to get the nice picture. And I guess we probably kind of thought that we would be closer to the lake. Because when you're driving, you can see big. So the driver told us about like the last time it erupted, there are a lot of rocks all over the island. And these rocks come from the lake that we were going to go look at. The rocks were huge, and they were really far from where that lake is. Because we were far from the lake, those rocks were really far. So when a volcano erupts, that's going really, really far. Like I know that, but like to see it was like just also amazing. And then the island has two waterfalls. One is a public waterfall, it was pretty small. So it was like on the side of the road as you were driving by, you could see it. The other was a private waterfall, and you could like drive up to where it was, but you had to pay because it was hidden behind some trees. So you'd have to pay maybe like $5 and then you could go see it. I didn't go see it because I really wasn't that interested in seeing it. But my cousin who wanted to go see it, she went, and she was going with the hopes of taking pictures, but unfortunately she couldn't because it started raining while she was there, which is another reason why I didn't want to go see it. Like it was on and off raining, and I was not prepared for the rain. I mean, we had umbrellas, but I didn't want to go and get wet, so I just stayed in the van. Also, it was behind some trees, and this area was like cliffy to me, so I was not about to be out there walking around. I was gonna stay in the bus. And the last thing that kind of surprised me, kind of didn't surprise me, was that the island has one bridge, and they have one tunnel, and it was pretty small tunnel. Like it was one-way traffic, and as the bus is driving through the small tunnel, there are people walking on the side going one way, and I was like, wow, I would be claustrophobic. But again, if you're used to something, then you live that way. So it's always nice traveling to see how other people live and just seeing things that you wouldn't normally see when you're at home. So Grenada was a great first stop of the trip. Everyone was really friendly there, so it really set a good tone for our entire cruise. I'll try to work really, really hard to edit the rest of the content that I have from the other 7 stops that we did. If you want to see some pictures, definitely check out the Instagram because I posted from each stop, and I left like a comment on what I thought about the place that we visited, just for advice for people traveling.